Hey babes, today I have another distress tolerance skill for us, but before that, in case there are any new viewers here, I just want to share a few things about me. I've been struggling with borderline personality disorder for almost 10 years now, and you can learn more about that in my first video. I've been in DBT for almost a year now, and you can learn about that in my second video. Last month, I celebrated being 1 year self-harm free, and I have received a tremendous amount of support. Thank you so much for that, as well as a lot of questions. I decided to start this series with distress tolerance skills because those are the skills that I use the most frequently, and I find them to be the most helpful whenever I have self-harm urges. Just a reminder that I am not a therapist. I cannot diagnose or treat you, and my videos are not meant to replace therapy. Today's video is on a distress tolerance skill called grounding, which is meant to help bring us back to the moment when we dissociate. Before you use this skill, you should know what dissociation is and how to tell if you are dissociating. Dissociation is an avoidance coping strategy. During a traumatic event, our brain may cause us to disconnect from the situation in order to get through it. It causes a lack of connection in our thoughts, memory, and sense of identity. If you've ever gotten lost in a book or daydreamed, you've experienced a mild form of dissociation. The problem with dissociation in regards to trauma is because of that disconnect to our thoughts and memories, our brain isn't able to differentiate between trauma actually happening and the memory of it. You may notice if you start thinking of a traumatic experience that you can get lost in it and it'll feel like it's happening all over again. There are different grounding methods, and I will go over two of them today. The first one is the DBT grounding method. First, we're going to observe what's around us and describe it out loud. How big is it? What color is it? What shape is it? It's recommended you spend at least 10 minutes doing this, but I never do. I just do it until I feel like I'm ready to move on to the next step. Similar to paced breathing in TIP, which we discussed earlier, you want to really pay attention to how your chest rises and falls and how your body feels as it fills with air. This sets us up for our next step. You want to really pay attention to your bodily sensations. If you're sitting, notice how your thighs feel pressed against the chair. Observe if you have any pain or tension in your body. Notice how your feet feel pressed against the floor or how your arms feel sitting in your lap. I usually do this until I've observed my body from head to toe. Lastly, we're going to engage our other senses. What can you hear? Is there anything you smell? Touch something in front of you. Is it rough? Is it cold? It's recommended to spend 5 minutes each on steps 2 through 4. Again, I usually don't. I just listen to my body, and when it tells me it's ready to move on to the next step, I do. This is probably a little different than the grounding method you usually hear about. The 5-4-3-2-1 method is the one that I hear people talk about the most, and it is the most commonly used one for anxiety attacks. Either one of these methods can be used for dissociation or anxiety attacks. If you don't know what the 5-4-3-2-1 method is, I will explain it to you. In this, you're going to look at your surroundings and identify 5 things you can see, 4 things you can feel, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. Taste can sometimes be hard, so if you find yourself needing to do this method a lot, I would recommend carrying gum or a bag of nuts or just something with you. Some people also say you can name 1 thing you like about yourself. Neither of these is better than the other. Everyone is different, and you may find that one of these grounding methods works better for you, and that's totally okay. Both of these will bring you into the present moment while making you aware of your surroundings, and it will also give you something else to focus on besides the negative emotions. Check out the description below for some links to articles on dissociation and grounding techniques, as well as to the DBT workbook by Marsha and Linehan, who actually developed DBT. I will also link my social media accounts. Please feel free to message me, or you can comment below if you have any questions. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. excuse me, during a traumatic event. Oh shit.